Alright guys, and welcome back to the Saints View, the channel for Southampton content for day number 6 of our fan event calendar. And in today's video we're going to be looking ahead to Sunday's trip up to the Toon. It's the longest away trip of the season and we're facing Newcastle at St.James Park. Now 4 points separate the sides going into Sunday's clash, 17th versus 11th. But Saints could go up to 14th and solidify themselves in mid-table if they are to make it 3 wins in a row. Before getting to the video guys, do make sure you're subscribed if you haven't yet already. Follow us on all of our socials, and if you haven't yet, enter yourself in our giveaway because we're giving away a Southampton kit, so obviously you will not want to miss out on that. But yeah, let's get into the video. Of course we've got to talk about the last game for Saints, which was Wednesday night's win against Norwich. Vital once again, just like the Watford result. We just had to get 3 points. It didn't really matter how, but we did it, which is so important. You know, 6 points from those 2 games, 7 points from Arsenal, Watford and Norwich. I mean, I think if you would have told me that we'd get 7 points from them, I'd be a bit shocked, to be honest, after that Everton defeat and so how low we were after that. But it was also crucial to start winning at home. That's now 2 wins at home in, what, 5 days for the season now as well. So starting to get the fans back on side. The atmosphere on Wednesday night was fantastic. If you were there, you'd know. And so yeah, I think it's just important that we keep it up now. We've got another home game next weekend, so hopefully more of the same. Now we have gotten ourselves out of the relegation zone after our 2 wins and Everton's loss on Wednesday night. But we are still only 1 point away, so we have to start picking up more points if we are to sort of get ourselves away from any danger. We've got some winnable fixtures coming up. Sunday is one of them, and we have to take full advantage. Like we said a couple of weeks ago when we were looking ahead to this run of fixtures, we have to take advantage. So far we're doing that, so let's continue it. And we could be in a really good position if we keep winning games up until Christmas, because we're only 6 points off of 7th. The table is so tight right now. There are so many teams on a similar tally of points, you know. Like I said, Newcastle are in 11th and we're in 17th. Only 4 points separates us. But Danny Ings did make it 10 goals in all competitions this season, up to double digits. And he's also the first player for over 5 years for Southampton to score in 4 consecutive games for Southampton. The last was Joe Rodriguez in 2014, which is a pretty cool stat, I guess. Up into double figures this season. And we're not even at the halfway stage. What a play he's been for us so far. We have to keep him fit this year, because last year I think we missed out on what he could have offered us a little bit with his injury around this time of the year, and now he's been fit all season. We just have to keep it up. And yeah, we've got a goal scorer in our hands. We always look like we're going to score a goal in every game we play, which is something I'm not really used to be honest. I mean, it's fantastic. But the return of Moussa Djenepo has also helped, I think. That's something I spotted on Wednesday night. He was outstanding once again against Norwich, and Sofiane Boufal, he didn't play on Wednesday night, but I guess he should be rested enough to start on Sunday, which I'd like to see. Personally, I'd be dropping Redmond. I think he's had a lot of football so far this season and he hasn't really done too much. He looked better on Wednesday night, in fairness to him, but you know, give him a little bit of a rest because he is a key player for us. I do believe that some rotation is needed. The predicted lineup video will be out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. So we'll give our actual full lineup that we think will start on Sunday. But yeah, some of our players are incredibly knackered come the end of the Norwich game, and there's no harm in a little bit of rotation. I think in terms of the centre backs and left back we should keep, but if Valerie's fit, then he has to come in for Cedric. Woeful once again in my opinion. Maybe change up in the midfield, put Romeo in, I don't know. But the formation is working, so I think Ralph won't be inclined to make too many changes. But I do feel like we need to take out 1 or 2 players at least, because like I said, some of them did look tired. But on to our opponents, Newcastle United. Now, in fairness, they've surprised me this season. I thought they'd be pretty firmly in the relegation scrap, but they're currently sat quite comfortably in 11th. Now that is just 5 points off of the relegation zone, so a couple of defeats and results not going their way, you know, they can be dragged back into it. But that's the same for a couple of the teams in the top half, which is just why the league's crazy at the moment. But they do look like a team who know each other. You know, most of those players played with each other under Benitez. Now they're playing together under Steve Bruce. They are a team, and I think that's something we're sort of lacking, or we have been lacking this season, and we need to develop. They're used to playing with each other, which I think is really important. Alan St. Maxime looks like a really good buy. He got his first goal in midweek for Newcastle. So pacey, very skillful, so we'll have to see if our defence can cope with him. But they've been scoring a lot of goals through defenders this season, so we're going to have to be very careful when defending our set pieces. John Joe Shelvey also has been in on the goals lately, which is quite surprising, but I mean, fair play. And they also got 2 really good results last week. A 2-2 draw at home to Manchester City, and then they went to Bramall Lane and won 2-0 there. So 4 points from 2 very tough fixtures. You know, they are in good form. We're going to have to be on the top of our game if we're going to take anything away on Sunday. And it is going to be a tough ask. Our recent record away at the Magpies, not great. We haven't won there since 2015. Our last couple of games there since they got promoted have just been horror shows, 3-0 and 3-1 defeats. And we haven't beaten them at all since 2016, that 3-1 win at St Mary's, the year they got relegated. So we are due a win against Newcastle in my opinion. But of course I'm no expert on Newcastle, so I've asked Matty from the Magpie channel to give us some insight on all things Newcastle. Once again, he's on the channel. Matty, take it away, mate.
Buongiorno everyone, Big Renty here from the Magpie Channel TV. Cheers to Dan Hamlin's on the channel. He's on our channel as well, so make sure you check that out. This Sunday, what a huge game it is at St James Park. I mean, yous are in a good run of form now, so it's not a good time to play yous. Back-to-back wins, isn't it? Danny Ings is rolling back the years. Ryan Bertrand had a great performance the other night. It was a huge win for you over Norwich. I mean, was the pressure starting to mount on Hasenhüttl? Yous will have to let me know, but it looked that way. Then obviously 2 huge wins, 2 must-win games really against relegation rivals in Watford and Norwich, and yous have done just that. And before you know it, you're closing the gap on us, and you know that it is so silly tight, the Premier League. I mean, outside the top 6, it's ridiculously tight. Anyone can move anywhere. Newcastle are massively struggling for consistency. I mean, we went to Villa, played off the park. They should have won 3 or 4. We'll go to City, and we definitely deserve the draw. Yes, City missed chances, but Shelby Screamer, and that's capable of picking up a result in any game. But I think it's something we deserve. We've battled hard. You know, we're really putting a valiant performance there. So it all depends on what Newcastle's going to turn up, because we've been beaten against Norwich, we've been beaten against Leicester very comfortably, very in a humiliating fashion really, and then we'll go and beat Tottenham, beat Man United, draw with Man City. So your guess is as good as mine, mate, for what you can expect from Newcastle United. I don't think Steve Bruce even knows what you can expect from Newcastle United. You can expect St Maximin to take on 5-year players, but then not really get anywhere. Almiron finally got the first assist. Joe Linton's getting a lot asked of him for a young Brazilian lad. Played out of position really. He's not really a number 9, he's more of a number 10, and he's been our vocal point. With defenders are scoring all the goals, so watch out for them, watch out for set pieces. That's our main threat. The game itself, I think it will be a tricky one. It's something, you know, it is you always expect Newcastle to lose games like this, because we just don't do well. We drew with Brighton at home, we drew with Watford at home, and like I say, we beat Man United and draw Man City, so we just don't seem to pick up the points that we should, and always seem to pick up a result when it's least expected. For this weekend, the game, I'll probably go for 1-1. Or I'll be optimistic and say 2-1. It's a tricky one. We'll see how we get on tonight against Sheffield United, but that doesn't really matter, does it? Because like I say, Newcastle, it's a different team that turns up. I mean, we might have to make changes. It's the 3rd game in a week. We're coming to December, busy period. But the danger men for us, you want to look out for the defenders. Literally, they're getting the goals. You know, Fernandes been very good for us at the back. Jethro Williams, exceptional. Shelby's hitting form at the minute, so he's doing well. St Maximin, like I say, is a pleasure to watch. Gets you off your seat, but we're still looking for the decision making. Hopefully we're hard to beat, but I don't know. It's a tricky one. It's a really tricky one. It's a hard one to call this weekend on Sunday. But hopefully we get a result. But good luck to you for the rest of the season as well. Glad to see he's picking up some points. Don't want to see Southampton go down. Would much rather see, you know, Burnley go down instead, and we've got them next week. So, cheers for watching. Like I say, I'll go for a draw. If I'm being optimistic, I'll go for a cheeky 2-1, but I wouldn't put it past you's nicking it, to be honest. The way Newcastle are at the minute, you never know what side's going to turn up. Subscribe to the Magpie Channel TV and enjoy yourself.
Thanks, mate, for that. Of course, go and check out the Magpie channel. Fantastic channel for all your Newcastle content. That will be in the description. But onto my prediction now. I said it in the preview I did for the Magpie channel. I would snap your hand off for a point right now. Our record at St James's is poor. Newcastle are in good form, and we just want to stop losing games. So I've gone for 1-1. I do think we can do it. I think we can win the game, in all honesty, but I think it's going to be pretty tight. Newcastle are going to dominate stages because they are at home, but our away form has been good this year. You know, some of the performances we put together away from St Mary's have been superb. So hopefully we're on form. We've got confidence now in the side. So yeah, 1-1. Danny Ings, of course, is going to score and continue his good run. And yeah, I'd take that right now. 8 points from those 4 games. Yeah, happy days. But thank you very much for watching, guys. If you have enjoyed the video, remember to leave it a like, subscribe if you're new. Our predicted lineup will be out tomorrow. Go follow us on all of our socials, and we'll see you tomorrow for our predicted lineup. See you then, guys.